Good morning. Good morning. Cummings County Commercial Court come to order Tuesday, July 28th, 2026, 9:30 a.m. County Courtroom, Anahuac, Texas, now 9:34 a.m. And if you'll all rise. And I know most of you know Mother passed away a couple weeks ago. Well, it'll be 2 weeks tomorrow. Thank you for your thoughts and prayers. Bobby out.
Judge, yes. Remember Judge's family, loss of his mother. Also Ronald McDonald, who was a solid waste employee. McDaniel, I'm sorry. Retired about a year ago, something like that. Yeah, he passed away, and then Ms. Eccles' son passed away. And I want to tell you something about Ms. Eccles. She helped my son when he was in school. She helps a lot of people. She's a son supervisor. So Ms. Eccles, we sympathize you with your loss of your son, but also thank you for all you do for the community.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Oh, and Jerry Franzi passed away. Let's pray. Lord, we thank you for the day. Lord, we have mentioned these to this day. We just ask you to be with their families. Comfort them, strengthen them as only you can. Because we can say a lot of things, but yet when you speak, it's comfort is there. And Lord, just now as we go into the business of Chambers County, may you be with the commissioners and everyone that has a part of making decisions here this morning. We ask that your wisdom be prevail, and we have to remember, Lord, that you're in control of all things. And keep us all safe as we travel from this place and as we move about doing our jobs. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Bobby. Join us in the pledges. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. All right, citizens' comments. Mr. Gore, you have 3 minutes to make your citizen comment.
Okay. I just want to recognize some great young men for what they accomplished yesterday and over this whole season of youth baseball. The East Chambers Youth Baseball 10U All-Star went to the 2026 Diamond Youth Baseball Division II AAA World Series in Laurel, Mississippi, and came away undefeated World Series champions yesterday. So it's unbelievable. We're going to do a resolution and hopefully have them at court on the 11th. So we're going to work on that. I've been working with Samantha on that. Not that my knowledge that this has ever been accomplished before in Chambers County. So we want to congratulate the young men, the coaches, parents, and the community for the continued support of the Little League Baseball over there. I'd like to recognize the players. You got Cash Barrow, Cade Guidry, Cullen Richards, Carter Teal, Jace Montgomery, Luke Jones, Stratton Winger, Dane Huff, Ethan Williams, Tyler Mealer, Kason Pender, Judd Huff, and managers Kate Barrow, Coach Hank Jones, and Coach Dustin Huff. And say these kids fought hard in the heat and everything else to come home champions for Chambers County. And like I said, we're going to do a resolution, working with Samantha on that for the 11th. Hopefully they can come. And then this Saturday, the whole community, everybody's invited, 6 o'clock, Winnie Community Building. They're going to have food and celebrate the win for this young team here. So I want to congratulate them and invite everybody over to the Winnie Community Building Saturday evening.
So they won in spite of those coaches?
They won despite of those coaches. It won despite of those coaches.
That's been good. Thank you, Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
I mean, Johnny. Johnny Cash. All right, so we have one public comment that was sent in. I am your Galveston County neighbor at 1044 Waco, Gilchrist, located 6 miles from my island. Over the course of several years, I'm adjacent to the Jocelyn Nungery Wildlife Sanctuary. Over the course of several years, feral hogs have ravaged my yard, returning regularly to root and dig. Attempts to discourage have included spreading red pepper, motion lights, ensure no scraps of food were available to tempt. My efforts to discourage the hogs have been unsuccessful, and I have searched out and found professional, experienced trapper who sets traps and removes hogs according to Texas law. No doubt you're aware of the continuous and growing problem for the dangers of this invasive species and remedies available. I'm requesting Chambers County assist in the removal of this public nuisance by engaging Jeff Gann of Texas Feral Hog Trappers. For 1 month, rate of $2,500, remove this nuisance from my property and the adjoining area. Mr. Gann has extensive knowledge of trapping, hunting, and legal requirements for disposing of feral hogs. He has a good success with removing entire sounders. Please consider this request, retain Mr. Gann to combat the ongoing problem from this animal, known to be ravaging crops, yards, and dangerous to people, per se 2019 death in animal life. All right, all the citizens' comments I have. 2.1, discuss, consider approval of resolution authorizing the publication of a notice of intent to issue Chambers County, Texas Certificate of Obligation Series 2026. Aaron.
Your alarm is set for 8:26 p.m.
Okay. That's when the Astros come on. And they won last night at midnight. I stayed up like an idiot to watch it.
So, good morning, everyone. I did put on your desk 2 sheets, a proposed 2026 project list totaling $50 million, and then some financial scenarios. The only difference between what's on the agenda for 2.1 items is this $5 million for public safety. Everything else is the same. Just kind of going through the timeline, this would be really the last court date to approve going out for COs. We worked through the summer getting prepared, go through a PSP rating call. Of course, if you all approve this, and then take the bids on the last quarter of September, and then a month later receive funding. Those would come in. And so just on the financial scenarios, you can look at, it's really these first 2 pages. So that public safety, we have it at a $5 million, at a 10-year term. You can see that on the far right, it says calculation of INS rate on debt service. That would be, the proposed increase would be 0.005, so less than less than a cent. And then on the next page, that's the remaining projects, 45 million at a 30-year term. That would increase the debt service by 0.013, so a little more than 1 cent. Total combined, that would be a 0.018 cent increase if y'all decide to move forward with the CO project. If y'all do approve to go forward, you're basically saying you're not to exceed $50 million or some variation of the dollar amount. You have up until literally the last day of taking bids. You can reject all bids, not do the CO if you don't want to. In the course of this, this summer, if you want to decrease that number down because you're saying, tax rates aren't looking great or whatever, and you want to reduce that, you definitely can cancel the CO. I'd say if you do cancel it, maybe before September, that's when our rating call is, and so we would, if you do cancel, after the rating call, we would be up like 40,000 for that call.
Expenses.
But we'll know our values before then and know what our tax rate's going to look like, correct?
Yeah, so I did get the tax rates yesterday. I think I do want to work with Lori a little bit to see, there's I think a few things I want to ask her about, and we'll send that for budget committee this afternoon.
Okay.
So there's a few things I think I want to work with her on a few things, but.
When we had our 10-year plan done, it said that we could increase the debt by how many million without raising the tax rate? Don't know off the top of the head.
It was a large number.
It was significant.
But of course, that's the estimate too.
That's an estimate. So, I mean, so we're in good shape
Yes.
to be able to do this.
Yeah, I mean, I know the goal for courts always, if, you know, we're gonna issue debt, we're not gonna
Raise taxes.
raise tax, the
At
tax
all.
rate, you know, goal's to lower it. I know that's always been the goal. We just got tax rates, yesterday, so it's probably a little bit too early to know where we're gonna stand at.
But still, if we approve it today, we can always go back and do something.
Go back and-
You can cancel it, you can go lower, you do have options.
You just can't go higher.
You can go higher, yes.
Motion to approve, Your Honor.
Motion by Commissioner Terry, second by Commissioner Gore. Questions, comments?
Aaron, can you just, I know the answer to this, so I'm asking just to read into the record. Can you just explain the two different sheets on the 5 million and the 45 million? I mean, why are we doing 5 million in 10 years? Is that because it's shorter term and it's capital items that you want to finance at a lower?
Yeah, we're thinking on that 5 million 10-year, that's gonna be, a lot of like different equipment pieces, you know, a shorter lifespan. The other 45 and 30-year, you know, you got roads, buildings. You know,
Capital improvement.
Yeah.
really large ones, so they're gonna last
Longer life.
a lot more.
Yeah, so you basically, you've sold the bonds in a manner in which, or we would sell the bonds in a manner in which it would pay off, just like a car, right?
Yeah,
So
that first-
you don't want to finance the 5 million for 30 years, you pay way too much finance costs on that.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So do we have an idea what the 5 million's for? I mean, is it just a laundry list or,
Of the 5 million of public safety,
no, this 5 million, he just said for equipment.
it's right here, it's public safety.
Public safety.
It's on this list right here. It's
Right.
5 million, it's
So I think the
Body
main,
cams and,
tasers, cameras, software, vehicles,
body
drones.
cams, in camera, drones,
yeah.
maybe some vehicles, and this would be like public safety, EMS, constables, DA,
Equipment.
sheriff.
across the board.
In-car,
In-car.
person, taser, the whole.
And this would be part of what's gonna be called the Public Safety Real-Time Crime Center. So it's items that will go as part of that project,
Okay.
Like our,
is what that 5 million will be for.
all right, other questions? I hear none. You say something?
No, sir.
You sure?
Positive.
Hear none, those in favor? Opposed?
No,
2 nays. Mr. Dagley Hammond, and vote passes 3-2.
Thank you.
Cause I voted yea. Dang, okay.
Yes, sir. And questions.
All right, 3.1, discuss, consider ratifying the March 10th, 2020 motion to approve the abandonment of 6-foot right-of-way defined in clerk's volume 248, pages 218, 219, regarding the county's consideration to abandon the property interest. Zach, you know Zach.
this all you do?
Good morning, Brad.
Oh, hey, I'll turn it over to Zach.
No,
This
I had Zach written down, I looked up and it wasn't Zach.
This all you do anymore?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. So, I'm gonna try to stay on task and not get into the, current situation with this abandonment. I'll give you a brief history, and Bobby Hall, I want you to step in, interrupt the second I get off, the facts here. So, back in 1963 or 68, what was it? 68, Bobby? 60?
3 or 8?
In the 60s,
There you go.
the county, the county was deeded over a 60-foot right-of-way.
63.
I think, okay. Very important, that it was 1963, not 68. So, the county was deeded over a 60-foot right-of-way, which connected 565, and this is on Mount Bellevue, connected 565 to what was known as Junior High Road. So we took ownership of that. Fast forward to March 10th, 2020, we moved to abandon this. It was submitted through court, it was passed, approved, the whole nine, except it was not recorded in the clerk's records. There's no official,
So we did it, but didn't record it.
yes, sir. We approved it, passed it, did not record it. What we're asking for today is to ratify that. We close the loop, and get it recorded. Exactly.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Dagley, second by Commissioner Hammond. Questions? We're not gonna let Bobby give us a history lesson?
That's,
I'm just kidding, Bob.
I put it on your desk, in
Somebody
front
got
of
it
you.
mine.
I put it on in front of your desk.
Thank you, Bobby. I got a motion and a second. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Brad.
sir.
4.1, discuss and consider the update regarding Chambers County status within FEMA's community rating system.
All right.
Still you, Brad?
Yes, sir. So now, I'm not doing abandonments all the time, just so you, I do other things. So, I'm gonna give a brief history on what the CRS is and our involvement. The CRS, and I'm gonna give you some acronyms here. The CRS is the Community Rating System. What that is, it's a voluntary incentive program that FEMA says, hey, if you exceed our standards, if you go above and beyond, we're gonna reward you with insurance savings. And so we started this back in 2024. And we've been working on this thing for a year and a half solid. I got verification that City of Cove, City of Anahuac, Old River, Beach City, and all of unincorporated Chambers County have been accepted starting October 1st of this year for new policies and renewals. Depending on if you're in a city, if you're in one of the cities that I named, you're gonna get a 10% savings on your flood insurance premiums. If you're in the unincorporated area, you're gonna get 15%. That starts, and these are tangible, real savings that people are gonna feel. And countywide, we have around 1.8 million in premiums. Out of that, we're gonna save over, our residents are gonna save collectively $250,000 on their insurance premiums.
Good.
That is a,
Huge.
that it is. This is without a doubt the single most important thing I've done here. And
Question, how does that give to each individual insurance company? How does that
so
work?
the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, all of your insurance comes from the federal government. FEMA has our information now. It's gonna be automatic. Our residents, they don't have to do anything at all. It's now, what I wanna urge them, once their policy is renewed, they need to double check their declaration page. Make sure that those discounts are reflected on their premiums. And I'm just extremely proud. There's 254 counties in the state of Texas. 216 are in the NFIP, meaning they receive flood insurance. Out of those 216, 7 county governments are part of that. That's only 3%. Chambers County is now in the 3% of that. That it is. Listen, I want to say, here's the deal. This is the face. I'm the floodplain administrator. I'm the face, but there's a lot of people I got to thank for this. If not one person that I name on this list, if I leave them off, this does not happen. In no particular order, okay? Corey Taylor, in 2020, helped us establish higher standards. Samantha Humphrey, she found us the money. Debbie Vasick with Cahoon Consulting. She was basically the Dusty Baker, and she said, here's what we need, get after it. And we did. Matt Lewis with Freeze and Nichols. All these people, I'm telling you, if not one of them was here, I wouldn't be up here right now giving this good news. And lastly, I want to thank my buddy, Rex Tunzi, who's not here today, but he was my predecessor. He was the previous floodplain administrator. And he showed me that obviously you need to do your job. But what he did, he actually cared about people, believe it or not. We actually care. We want to help people. And he said, listen, here's what's going to happen. You're going to tell these people they have to elevate 2.5 feet, and they're going to want to fight you. They don't want to hear those news, hear that news. And he told me about a story. A guy came in, and he was mad. And 2 months later, we had a hurricane. the guy comes back in the office and is giving Rex a hug. Wanted to fight him the first time, and he saved his house.
Want to kiss him the second
He
time.
did, yes, sir. So again, this starts October 1st, 2026.
Good job.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, just a team effort all the way around. Yeah.
Thank you, Brad.
Not only do we provide tax breaks, we also insurance breaks.
Insurance. So this has come up.
That's
Thank
true.
you,
That's a
Brad.
fact.
Good
That's a
job.
fact.
Yeah,
When
very
each
good.
That's
individual
awesome.
person-
That's a big deal.
Does all flood insurance come due at the same time?
No.
No.
It just depends on when you buy your house.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. For
It's a big deal.
new policies and renewals beginning October 1st.
Commercial
So
and residential?
if you have a policy,
Good.
that's
That's awesome. That's
yeah.
great news.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
that's all I got for
Do you
that.
need a motion or is it just?
No, sir, I just wanted to give our residents an update on
Yeah,
what's
that's-
coming down the line.
That's great
Okay, so
news.
no action. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you,
Brad.
Brad.
And
Good
your
job.
team.
Yeah, thank you to everybody on that list.
Yes, sir, thank y'all.
Thank you. All right, 4.2, discuss, consider approving Liquidity Engineering as a qualified provider of professional engineering services for future projects in accordance with Texas Government Code, Chapter 2254. Good morning, Zach.
Morning. So we've done some work with Quiddity in the past. They are not currently on the list of the vetted firms that we can use. This is to get them and bring them in onto that list. I know George's office has worked on this as well. George.
So we did vet them in, and they are a new vendor for us. They had done some work through I think it was through the city of Mount Bellevue, that we had a joint project with. I think that's
Yes.
how we met them. Anyway, so they, if y'all will
As
approve it,
well
we
as
can bring them in.
CCDI 2 and 3, I believe, so.
Yes.
CCID
2 and 3.
2 is WGA, so CCID 3 as
Okay,
well
there you
as
go, there you go.
CC Mud
Yeah.
3.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Dagley, second by Commissioner Tice. Any other questions?
Nope.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. 4.3, discuss, consider moving the 6-month $100 renewal fee for RV permits located in special flood hazard area. Brad, you back.
All right, this is two floodplain items. So what we've had, and I don't even know when this started. We've had, for an RV that's in the floodplain, and let me use a different word, special flood hazard area. If you're in the special flood hazard area, you initially pay $150 permit, a fee for your permit. Every 6 months, you have to renew this, and we've added a $100 fee to that for that renewal. Now, there are no renewal fees for RVs that are not in the floodplain. If you have an RV anywhere in the country, or it doesn't matter where it's at, if it's not in the special flood hazard area, you pay a one-time $150 fee. That's it. We're done with you. For the ones that they're in the floodplain, every 6 months they have to come in and pay us $100. And I sat there and thought, I was like, why are we doing this? Well, the thinking behind that is, well, the floodplain administrator, he's got to go through the permit and review it. We do so few of those, and it takes that if I had to review RV permits, it takes no time. So I want to remove this. I think it's an unnecessary burden.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gore, second by Commissioner Tice. I think we did that so we could keep up with RVs that are in these floodways and make sure they're road ready. So
Exactly,
when
and
it
we still have to
comes-
do that. We still have to do that, but them paying a fee.
No, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, no, that's still part of
thinking
what I
back
have
why
to do.
we
We
did
still
it.
have to inspect those, make sure that they are road ready, that they can, and that they can get the vehicle out of there in case there's something in the Gulf.
So how you gonna keep up with them if they're not coming in for a permit?
Well,
I'm just-
we have to do visits.
Okay.
Yeah, because here's the deal. They could not submit a renewal permit. They could not. And then,
Some
what's gonna
probably
happen if
are.
they don't? Nothing,
Yeah,
nothing.
okay. Got a motion and a second. Any other questions, comments? Those in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Commissioner Tice said do 4.5 first. I'm going to 4.5, discuss consider variance request for the proposed gas station, C-Store, Washington, and truck stop in Winnie. Zach, 4.5.
Alright, yes. So, sorry. On the other one. So yes, so this is the variance request that they're asking for is for the vertical wall on the detention pond. Right now they are following everything else, including the 50-50 pumped versus gravity. The only thing that they're asking for in the variance is the variance from the 3-foot wall to a 6-foot wall for the vertical detention pond. They're following everything else as,
We went from 6 to 3.
no, from
3
3
to
to
6.
6, correct.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gore, second by Commissioner Dagley.
It's on it's on a partial pump system?
Yeah,
Yes.
50/50.
50/50, yes, sir.
Okay.
So if this is acceptable standard, why do we keep going through this
So
with a variance request?
So right now,
Because this
our
isn't
standard
part
is a
four.
3-foot vertical wall.
I'm saying if this is acceptable standard to do this, why
Well,
don't
change
we had
why
to
don't
put
we
a-
incorporate that? Because
So you can approve it and move forward.
we just keep.
We are working on some manual changes to where we can do that in-house as, like our team as engineering as well as a third-party reviewer can approve larger, I don't wanna say variances, but larger vertical walls on detention ponds. Now, we're trying to figure out what is a good number so that, let's just say 20 feet. If they're wanting to go deeper than 20 feet, we'd still have to come back to y'all, cause that's pretty outrageous, in my opinion.
Sure.
So, we're trying to figure out that good number as well as change up some other things in the manual right now, to where it makes it a little easier, we're not having to come back with as many variance requests.
Okay.
Alright, got a motion and a second, those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. 4.4, discuss and consider variance request for proposed gas station, C-Store West Area of future retail.
So, I have in the background for this one, that it is 50% pump, 50% gravity. I am actually wrong on that, this one is 100% gravity on the draining of the detention pond. So they are asking for a 5.75 foot vertical wall, which is larger than our 3-foot vertical wall right now that's in our manual. So they're requesting that it is, the detention system, the way it is running is different than what we have seen in the past. So it's kind of, hydraulically it works, but it's running differently than we've seen, and our reviewers had to go and re-review and make sure that everything is running correctly. But so the request that they're asking for just today is for the 3-foot going to 5.75 foot for the vertical wall.
How is this different than what we just approved?
This one is not pumped. There is no pump in this, it's all gravity, and the system flows backwards, if that makes sense. That's the best way that I can explain it without showing the hydraulic side of things. Hydraulically, yes. We have not seen this type of system done in the county just yet.
So where is this one? And the
This
other
one
where-
is-
This one is from Plantation.
This one is off of Plantation
Where's it
and
drain into?
We
565.
already, that's what I was fixing to ask.
Say again?
Where's it
Where's
drained?
it drain into?
The outfall drains into the right of way of Plantation, which is right next to cross pipe right there.
That's a
That goes
problem.
into a little ditch that crosses.
Is it affecting downstream? Is it raising, increasing anything?
Hydraulically,
Not
that we've
supposed
I mean,
shown in the model, no.
Okay, so it's not
The
increasing?
design is supposed to be a net zero, so I mean.
That's what I'm
Yes.
saying, it should be a net
So
zero.
they're following everything else net zero, for the development,
It's deeper, but there's no pump.
yes.
Where's the proposed ingress egress, just to,
So there, right now, there's one proposed off of 565 as well as Plantation Drive.
plantation would be a super problem.
Tech dot approved that off of,
I don't know if TxDOT has approved the actual driveway as of yet. I haven't seen it. I'm not saying that it's not approved by
yeah, but we're not
TxDOT.
approving that.
It's in
We're-
process
no,
right now.
We're not approving the entrances.
Is there any other options for this detention?
I mean, they can make it all, options as in, what are you trying to get to? Yeah,
Without-
there's plenty of other options, yes, just depends on,
So what's the need for the variance?
so the variance is for the vertical wall,
Why are they going deeper?
because they need the volume.
Because they're trying to put this future retail bit next to it?
Correct,
Utilize more of the site?
yes.
Yeah.
So they're having to go deeper so they don't eat up some of this other space, they get more parking out of it, inner parking.
Yes.
But there's no pump.
I'm
There's
not
no
against
pump.
that, I'm just trying to figure out what it drains into.
Yeah, it's draining out.
It
well,
drains
it's
into the
it's
right of way of
draining. It's
Plantation.
coming over here. Let's come over here.
Yeah, but what do we have that's 6 foot over there?
That's why I'm trying to figure out the elevation
Yeah,
out of pump.
don't.
It's tough.
But has our outside reviewed it and showed that it is not increasing anything?
Yes, by the third-party reviewer,
And
correct.
they have approved it?
They haven't officially approved it because of the variance request. This would be one of the last things
Okay,
to approve.
So if we approve this continuously on them approving the outfall, is that, then they would still be abiding by all our rules and regulations?
Correct.
That's my motion. To approve it continuously up on the third party approving the drainage, the outfall.
Okay.
I mean, they're doing everything legal.
Hang on a minute, let me get a second. I have a second. Motion by Commissioner Gore, second by Commissioner Tice.
On the third party approval.
Approval of the drain, of the outfall drain.
Yep, so if we approve this, then they'll go back and look at it again just to make sure, but
Calculations and
Yes.
everything.
You go with this, Mark?
I can go with
It's,
it.
it's in your front yard.
No, I know that. This is very important, Zach, that you stress, there is no ingress egress on Plantation Drive. That is gonna be a nightmare
okay.
for the 450 plus homes in there.
Do we wanna make that a condition on approval?
Yeah.
We don't approve that, though. The text dot approves it.
Yeah.
Well, that's on
No,
565.
yeah,
Plantation is our
Plantation
roadway,
Drive,
yes,
okay.
correct.
Yeah,
Plantation is
yeah.
ours.
If we
Correct.
could amend that to, could amend your motion.
I,
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Commissioner.
I
Commissioner, how do
just-
you look at this? So what's
well,
your
I'm just,
summary?
I'm seeing problems with it. I mean, they have to have 2 points of ingress egress. I know that by looking at these plans.
And we can
And
work-
if
we
they
can
don't have a
possibly work out with
plantation
fire
drive access, they're gonna have trouble with fire
Yeah.
service. They're not gonna be able to get a second 565 location because it's gonna be too close to the light.
Yeah.
TxDOT was gonna deny it.
Mhm.
So
They're
it's
gonna
good.
put a four-way light there.
It's gonna be, I mean, maybe there's something to negotiate with the property owners if we pass it. I'm just telling you, if they put a gas station here, it's gonna have to have access on Plantation.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just, it's gonna have to.
That's what I'm saying.
And I don't know,
That's why
it just,
The
I don't
developers
know.
are right here as
Now,
well, so-
now maybe we can get with TxDOT and see if they'll waiver
Mm-hmm.
2 points of ingress egress on 565.
I doubt it.
But I don't think that close to a light,
No.
they're gonna do it without no right turn lane in the Plantation and just the traffic that flows with it. We already have problems right there
I mean,
anyway.
they're gonna, are they putting in turn lanes?
It's,
Are they putting in turn lanes?
no, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying,
was
it's
gonna
gonna
say,
be,
all the turn lanes are existing right now.
yeah, it's gonna,
So
it's
it's on the west side of Plantation?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
southwest corner.
Southwest corner of Plantation and 565.
It's gonna be a,
This is gonna be a traffic nightmare with an ingress, egress of any part coming out on Plantation Drive, and I can't be for any of that, and neither will my citizens. This is not good, not even remotely good. You talk about a
when,
problem.
when's the driveway access stuff get, when y'all looking at that, after the drainage permits?
Generally, it's after the drainage, yes.
I just think that's gonna be your next hurdle. I think we're gonna have to talk about that. I mean, separate issue, but I think you're gonna need to
But
really,
it actually doesn't come back to us.
yeah. I
It
know.
would not, but if you ask me to and we make it that way, we can, yes.
The Plantation one would.
No, it
It
wouldn't
would
come
stay
back to
internal,
court,
though.
they would approve it.
Exactly,
Turn
exactly.
lane.
I was saying, unless you ask me to bring it back to court, yes.
All right, you good with the motion, or do you wanna amend your motion, or?
I think it should be amended, Jimmy, to where there is some negotiations with the owners.
Okay.
I mean, we can address that after this here, though.
Yeah, you can bring it back to
Okay.
court.
Yeah,
All right.
I was gonna say, if
We'll
we
bring it
want to, we
back.
wanna bring it back.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
The owners need to know what the people feel.
Yeah, they're
there,
here.
Okay.
yeah, they're sitting right here with us.
All
They're
right.
here.
Yeah,
I mean,
so we'll
get.
get together and we'll bring it, we'll negotiate and bring it back with y'all.
Okay.
I'll
All right,
have-
got a
I'll have-
motion second. Any other questions, comments? Those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Zach.
Thank you.
5.1, discuss consider request from Marsh Master Roundup for temporary road closure and temporary closure of 49 White Park boat ramp in conjunction with 2026 Marsh Master Classic event.
Samantha.
Hello.
Morning, Sam.
How are y'all?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. So this is the standard road closure that, will allow Marshmaster to block off access to the roadways so that they can charge admission, limit parking, etc. Pretty standard.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gore, second by Commissioner Hammond. Questions? Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Discuss, consider approving 2027 hotel occupancy tax fund application for Texas Rice Festival, NerdCon, and Johnny Ackle Memorial Rodeo as recommended by the Hot Fund Committee.
Good morning. So
Rob.
applications were due June 1st for those people requesting hot fund money. We received 3 applications for 2027, Texas Rice Festival, Johnny Ackle Memorial Rodeo, and NerdCon. The Hot Fund Committee met. The committee consists of Lindsay Davis, Amy Turner, John Mulrine, and myself. And we are making the following recommendations for those 3. Rice Festival, $25,000, Johnny Ackle up to $7,500, and NerdCon staying at $8,500.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gore, second by Commissioner Tice. Questions? Those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
It's not clicking.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't, it just, there it goes.
5.3, discuss, consider approval of change order number 3 in the amount of $147,165.88 for the North Texas Avenue Improvement Project. Sam.
Not to exceed that amount. I didn't put that in the title, but it's not to exceed that amount. So basically, as we've gotten into this project, we've encountered things which is not abnormal. The waterway or water lines that were installed were old and not necessarily marked. So it's been a learning opportunity for the city as well to map out where their water lines are. But we kind of got down into the nitty gritty, and the bid documents were designed based on a standard which lists a water main as a certain diameter versus a water line as a certain diameter. And we've been negotiating back and forth with Texas Materials because they disagree with how it was initially designed and bid out by the architects. And so this is what we've settled on. Basically, it's a not to exceed amount. There is one amount in there that's for a fiberglass manhole that will be paid, and that was at the city's request that we replace it with a fiberglass manhole as opposed to what we were gonna initially replace it with. But the water lines, not to exceed, as we encounter a water line that may need to be replaced, moved, or repaired, we'll take that case by case basis.
We're still in the budget.
Oh, yeah, substantially
That's
under
what I'm saying,
budget,
we're
yeah,
still in the budget.
it's a $14 million grant, we're at 10, so we're way under budget.
So Sam, just to help the court too, with 14 million on the contract, this third change order will be what percentage of the contract?
With 14 million, you're making me do some math, it's like a quarter of a percent.
So we just gotta be careful, right, not to go to 25,
Correct.
we know we're not even close to.
We're not even close to
Yeah.
25%. And actually, what we are gonna look at doing is adding some additional work in later on to expand the impact of this, to utilize that. But again, we are limited by that 25%, and we'll keep in mind all that.
Thank you,
But
Sam,
we're
and I know
at
y'all do a
40%.
good job with that, thank you.
Thank you.
Motion for approval, George.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gore, second by Commissioner Tice. Any questions?
So the city's paying for the manhole?
And we are as part of the grant because we removed their existing manhole, and they're asking us to replace it with this particular type.
We would have had to replace it anyway, but they just wanted a
Correct.
different type.
Correct. Fiberglass as opposed to metal. I'm not an expert.
And it's all coming out of grant.
It's all grant funds.
Still money, still money.
Still money.
Still money.
Yeah, still taxpayer money. One
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, I just wondered, 47,000 for,
It's a very expensive manhole.
apparently.
One question, Samantha, about if we don't use up all these funds, is there another avenue for them after this is over, or what's our options?
Yeah, I would like to look at reallocating to a different project if we can, but there's no guarantee with the way the general land office is operating right now. But that is the plan that we would
What's our timeline on using these funds?
we have a 2-year contract right now. We're gonna have to extend by at least 12 months. I will say this project's about 10% ahead of schedule, which is great, but there's not necessarily a timeline on using any extra dollars.
How do you want-
What category can we use these funds in?
This is tied to, Harvey, so it would be a drainage project.
So we have a serious storm sewer issue on Miller.
Yes, sir. You think it's
Bob,
right now?
we're on the same track.
Yeah.
And we really need money. I believe we looked at it
We
recently,
did, we run the camera down it.
and it's a funding issue,
Okay.
and we really need to get that corrected.
Let me start having those conversations. I've got a monthly meeting
Good
next,
idea.
next
We
week.
need- Totally, you and I on the same page, Rena, exactly. We need to get with TechDOT and get something together, you and I and Samantha.
You have an estimated budget on that by chance?
No.
Oh, it's gonna be under the 4 million we're under a budget on.
I like the way you think, that's how I work too. I can make anything happen if you work
Just
backwards.
tell them $1 million. It's not gonna, look, I don't think it's a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, like
but
George pointed out, we're.
It's TxDOT doesn't have money, is
Yeah,
gonna be the answer,
well,
and now we're gonna have
they don't
it,
have
so
money for us.
let's go do the project.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
Judge,
like George mentioned, we're somewhat limited in what we can change order into this project anyway. We wanna utilize the funds because they go back to the state if we don't,
Yeah.
right? This will be an easy sell to say, hey, we're in the neighborhood already. We wanna look at this. So we have a monthly standing meeting with our contract manager at GLO next week. And so I'll have that conversation and say, hey, let's look at what we can do here, and is there a way that we can, maybe add a second phase to this project since it's all connected?
It's a
and-
connected system.
It is, and let's get a scope of work and then engage somebody.
Well, if I can do it as a second phase, I can use the engineer that I've already got on it, that's
Perfect.
familiar with the drainage there.
Okay.
Who's that?
Anyway, it's,
Sorry,
Put you on the spot.
you'll think of it 5 minutes from now.
yeah, it's
so.
not like, I have 52 projects that I've got going on right now. It's, golly.
It's okay.
But don't worry.
It's freezing
That
nickels.
don't fall under the change order category?
No, I think if we do a second phase, I think we'll have to finesse the language on it, but I'll have a conversation with our contract manager and see
Okay.
what we can do and how we can do it.
'Cause that whole plug is right at our new Justice Center area. It's just it's a problem area.
Sure.
And you say if we do a change order, we gotta worry about what George was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But if
maximum.
this is a different project,
Right.
that doesn't fall under the 25%.
She'd have to she'd have to go through the procurement process for a different project, have to redo all
Yeah.
her stuff.
We'll have to look at it. I will talk to GLO though and get their guidance on
Okay.
it and,
Okay, if you can
have
just
that
loop
conversation.
Commissioner Dagley and I, that,
Yeah.
so we can look at that.
Oh,
Judge.
hell, you had something?
yeah, what about the regrading of all the streets over there back to Texas?
that's part of the project.
Is it? Okay.
Yes, yeah, so I mean, it's an uncomfortable phase right now where the roads are in bad shape because we've torn them all up and but yes, that is part of the project. We're still probably 6 to 12 months out on even starting that though. But yes, that is gonna happen, absolutely. And I will say that, to your point kind of about the regrading, we've had several pretty major rains over the past, since we started construction, and the drainage system is working exactly as it should be.
Good.
Homes that would have normally had water standing in their yards no longer have that, so, it's really been so far effective in doing exactly what we needed to do. The challenge is as you get into tearing up roadways and encountering old gas lines that nobody knew was there, water lines that don't have a shut-off valve, that kind of thing, but that's really normal in any project you do, especially with an old infrastructure like we have. But it is mutually beneficial to us and the city of Anahuac that we're identifying all those water lines and gas lines and sewer lines and.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Samantha.
Got a motion and a second. Those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Hey Judge, I'm gonna have I asked Road and Bridge to do a public comment on something that's on the agenda about our chip seal program. So I don't know when you wanna do that, but just,
We'll do that. Take a break.
okay, just good.
You're done with me then?
Just- yeah.
Unless you got 5.4.
No,
5.4 does not
No,
belong
that's
to me.
BJ. BJ
Thank
here?
you. He is, y'all have a good day.
Come on,
Thank you,
BJ.
Samantha.
Thanks, Sam. 5.4, discuss consider TGS CP 5400 East McKinney LLC Economic Development Program Agreement assignment to RJ Brands LLC Chapman. Good morning, BJ.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. This is a request from TGSCP 5400 East McKinney LLC to sign the agreement that was approved by the court back in June. They've sold the building to a company called RJ Brands LLC, which does business as Sheffman. They're a global retailer appliances, electronic appliances and the like. Essentially consistent with Section 9 of all the agreements. Section 9 allows for consent to assign by parties, both parties, if no one's going to contest that. So the request today is to approve consent of the assignment, so to proceed with the resolution and estoppel to codify the assignment.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Dagley, second by Commissioner Hammond. Questions? Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Thank you, BJ.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, BJ.
All right, 6.1, discuss and consider approving Teal Civil Construction, amount of $4,000 to move an existing trailer house off property, 1311 Main Street, preparation for new splash pad at George Culver Park.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Commissioners, Judge.
Morning.
Thank you, Ken.
With the splash pad that we're wanting to build, the church is donating the property to us, as long as we move the mobile home out of the way. The mobile home was supposed to be moved onto the same property, but it got changed to where it's gonna be moved off property to catty corner to the park. We talked to Till Construction, there's no problem with that, so, just make sure that we,
And we've had legal involvement.
Yes, sir.
We can opine on it, as Scott Bill used to say, and, but, I mean, we have covered all the bases on the property, and doing what the gentleman that owns the trailer house, covering all his bases, as well as covering all the bases for the church, to make this add on in that community happen.
yeah, we're in touch with him every day, so we should have this done by the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gore, second by Commissioner Dagley. Question?
We're just demoing this, or?
No.
Just so we're moving it.
Somewhere, relocating it?
Yes, sir. But catty corner, it's just right across the street on the corner of, I'm not sure what street it's called.
Any other questions?
Yes, sir.
Those in favor? Opposed, motion carries. 6.2, discuss and consider going out for bids to replace an existing bulkhead, adding a bulkhead to Fort Allen Park.
Yes, sir. Per Samantha, we're gonna use some of the Go Mesa funds. And we're gonna turn these onto put those into a GL account for both projects. I know we have to go to, we're Corps of Engineers right now, that's what we're waiting on to get approval from them. The job at Fort Anahuac will be probably over 250,000, but the one at White's Park will be 50 to 75,000. But we are getting the Corps of Engineers, getting their approval first, and then we'll submit, we'll go out for bids.
So what our goal is, or my goal is to look at down there at the park. And bear in mind, everything that we're doing down there, it has no effect on any festival or anything that may happen in that park. The peninsula out there, from the peninsula, when you go down the hill to the left, the peninsula, bulkhead all the way around the peninsula, all the way back where the bulkhead is gone, all the way over to the walking pier. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the ground down 18 inches, bring the bulkhead up 18 inches above grade, okay? Then we're gonna backfill all of that. We have some dirt on Airport Road we're gonna utilize, so we're gonna have to buy material to put in there to backfill the bulkhead. On top of that, we're gonna put 18 inches of beach sand. We're gonna have a beach from the walking pier all the way back around and cover the peninsula out there and put in some sand volleyball nets and stuff like that. Make a beach in Anahuac so people don't have to go down to Crystal Beach and stuff like that. And we'll wind up putting in some picnic tables and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
I've talked with several people and everybody's excited about it to have a beach in Anahuac. That's what we're looking at.
We need a beach in Beach City.
We need a beach in Beach City. So anyway, that's what we're looking at.
Part of the name, huh?
So, motion for approval, Judge.
No idea how many times I've had to answer that question.
Yeah.
Motion by Commissioner Gore, second by Commissioner Tice. Question?
I think my only thing, Judge, is, the bulkhead I can see being maybe Go Mesa, but the other pieces, I don't know if that would fit, like the volleyball and.
No, that's down the road.
Okay.
No, that's down the
Okay.
road.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the boat ramp at White's Park, that's, we can use those funds?
Yeah, shoreline resiliency. Yeah.
All right.
And
motion-
what's, The time
Boat
frame
ramps
for using the
classified as
boat
short line resilience.
There's a time.
ramp? Okay, good.
This is a annual,
Yeah, we get money
Installment.
every year.
Yeah.
It just sits in the account, so. And there's
This will be coming up shortly on the
Just
McCollum
making
Park
sure.
boat ramp.
bingo.
Yeah.
Just making sure, because it will take time for the Corps to give us our paperwork to be able to do that. Just making sure the court knows.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Zach and his
So we'll
team
bid
are
this
working
out.
with us. They're working on some drawings, and then, yeah, we're taking the right steps to it. Yes, sir.
We'll make sure we're doing everything legal.
All right, got a motion and a second. Those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. 6.3, discuss consider county policy and standards regarding liability insurance requirements for park use and other rentals, other facility rentals.
So again, I've been working with Dwayne on this and John's office, just trying to get something from the court, a standard policy for who and who does not need to carry liability insurance when they use our parks. Is it a big function? You're gonna be selling product, you're gonna be making money, is that something that we wanna make sure we insure? Is it a church or a school coming to use the park for the day and they wanna use it? Do we need insurance from them? We just need a policy from the court that would help us with this. We have been talking to Dwayne, and Dwayne might have some more to add to that.
No pressure.
Tell us, Counselor.
Good morning, Commissioners, Judge. Just, I think the best approach is just to simplify the process. I mean, if you're utilizing, the park or county buildings for a commercial purpose, you're charging, money for entry or usage, then there needs to be insurance, you know, so that, the patrons are protected and the county is not, being expected to cover any potential injuries or disagreements.
I agree.
So is that how it works with baseball fields? Oh,
It should.
I mean,
That's a great question. That's exactly what we're trying to get to. We want a
Right,
standard.
and a kiddo
Yes, ma'am.
out
We
there
need
that
something standard so that we can
eat
tell them.
pockets.
Yes, ma'am.
Life is, yeah.
Well, if
Each team carries each team carries their own insurance. And
The
then
leagues make,
the person that is putting on the tournament
has to have.
has insurance for his organization, or he's running the tournament. He has insurance as
So the
well
answer,
there.
yes, they have insurance.
Yeah. Perfect Game, anybody like that, they have insurance that covers them for the tournament.
I just think, to follow up on what Heather's saying, I think we should just request their policies when we rent the fields. I know they have a policy. Being in slate ball with my son, I know there's a policy on there because I've had to enroll in the tournaments and they have a whole paragraph about the insurance policies. Maybe we just request their policy at the time of rental for the tournament.
That'd be perfect.
They'll just send them to us. I
That'd be-
mean,
if
it's something they have on
They could just send it to us,
file.
send it to your office or
Yeah.
our office so that we have it on
Yeah.
file. That'd be great.
Yeah.
There's other stuff like, for example, we'll have an event at Fort Anilac Park, and they'll have a jump house, and we'll tell the people that are renting the pavilion, they actually come in and rent the pavilion. They say, "You have a jump house?" Yes. The jump house company has to add us on the insurance.
Yeah.
Now, what makes that interesting is if 2 or 3 other people have an event at the same park, but not at the pavilion, and have a jump house, that's where we're kind of getting them. If something happens there, we have insurance on the pavilion, yes, because they came into the office, they did the right thing, they rent it. But let's say you're just out on the grass somewhere, have another, so that's kind of where we're.
No jump houses unless you have insurance, unless you're renting a facility.
But how do you? But they're,
like
but the
a
people that are
jump
just showing up are not renting. They're not renting a piece
They're
of
just coming to the park.
an area of
Like
grass.
I have a little jump.
Yeah. Well, they're having a birthday party at a picnic table, is what you're telling me.
Yes, sir.
And they're having the same company put another
Or some other company. We
water
don't-
slide. I mean, I'm just using.
And it's no commercial.
You don't have to come and rent a. You don't have to come
Yeah.
and rent a picnic table or
Sure.
a small pavilion. You just have, but there are pavilions that we have to rent, and we can put signs out. That is one of the areas that I've talked to Chris and George about. That
I mean, I think if we put a sign, I mean, I don't know if a sign would cover us liability wise. I'd ask Dwayne to handle that. But if we have a sign on every park that just says, no bounce houses allowed without rental agreement or without insurance, or some stipulation to post on the signage maybe to cover us, because we're not gonna be able to patrol it and stop it.
and the water slides are getting popular as well. They're bringing on water, they're
We need to
getting
do
popular
that,
as well.
and we also need to, and we passed this here a year or so ago, we need to get our signs up when the park's open and the park's closed.
You know, I don't think you can expect somebody having a private birthday party at one of our parks to go get $1 million liability.
You know,
Also, you don't have to, but the company that has the company that has the bounce houses, they all have insurance.
Yeah.
And they just add us and it's free.
Like Heather said, she has one.
Yeah.
And she
I mean,
goes
yeah,
to
I
the
have
park,
one, you know,
you blow it up at the park, you're on your own, I mean.
you know,
Do you have fun in it?
my granddaughter sure does.
but just for
I'm
the
saying that's
court,
kind of what we're facing when we come up with these.
I mean, it's tiny, it's not.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
we're just
one of
trying to indemnify ourselves, I'm assuming.
Right.
Is what we're trying to
bingo,
do.
and
Is
a
that what
reminder to the court, Dwayne, the rodeos and the fireworks, July 4th fireworks exhibit. You know, I mean, this year there was some incidents around the country. I'm just saying, we don't have insurance on that. As far as them coming to us with extra insurance, we have our insurance, of course, TAC insurance, but that's what we approached you with. So those are two of the things that we need to make sure we cover in our quote-unquote policy or guidelines that we're gonna have.
Yeah, and it's just, this is just related to big ticket items. You know, we're not trying to prevent anybody from having a picnic at the park, you know, or birthday parties, or even bringing their individual bounce house, you know. But if you're soliciting to the public, and it's for a commercial purpose, then we need to have insurance.
Yep.
You know, I think it's. We can just make it just that simple. And then also, if you want to have a sign there, John, to say if you have a bounce house, there's a policy in place, and we can simplify that as well.
So really, if you're renting from us, you should have insurance. If you're just showing up and doing it, you're kind of on your own, is what you're.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So moved, Judge.
So, what are you making a motion on?
Yeah.
Well, I
Got a
mean,
motion by Commissioner Gore,
liability insurance required, I mean, if you're
commercial.
Renting.
commercial, if you're for profit.
So if you rent a pavilion and you're having a big birthday party, are
That's
you,
that's not commercial.
so.
Can we get a document to look at?
That's what.
Thank you, Commissioner Hammond. If we could get legal to draw something up that we could all look at, and y'all could approve for us, that would be awesome.
Let's table it.
So we have like 5K runs that the school puts on, but they're in our park. I mean, do they have to have insurance? I mean, you have field days in the park.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, we gotta
kid
look
goes out there and gets hurt.
I don't wanna overcorrect. We gotta look at what we're trying to accomplish here and then let Dwayne, and like I said, let legal look at it and present us with something.
You wanna pull your
I'm
motion
gonna pull a
and your
motion to
second?
table it.
Yeah.
Alright,
But then the golf course is the same thing. We have to kind of look at that as well.
Right.
Yeah, be a catch-all.
they made a motion, but never
We tried.
specific.
You didn't have a motion, but you didn't even know what your motion was.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, but he made a motion.
Ah,
So he's pulling his motion and a second.
We pulled and then
And
tabled.
we're gonna.
So are you getting us
Waiting on
we're gonna
legal.
come up with something and then,
Together all that.
you need my help. Let me-
Make a motion, we table that motion.
We have some
Table it, no
examples.
motion.
Sorry,
That's-
Judge.
Yeah.
Sounds alright.
That was common.
Alright, thank you, John.
Okay, yes, sir.
Alright, 10:32,
John.
we're gonna take 10 minutes. Talk to you guys, buddy.
Yeah, I text them, that's why they're ready whenever you are.
All right, court coming to order after recess, 10:50 a.m. Going to 7.1, discuss and consider approval of CPR 010 to Carter Construction, amount of $1545.24 for labor to relocate building B concessions light box roughing.
Yes, good morning, Judge, Commissioners. So, the submittal showed a knockout in the middle of the lights, roughed in for them, lights come in, knockout is exposed and on the end. So through Carter, Gallant, and BRW Architects, we were able to get the lights swapped out. However, the lights we got, the knockouts are like 1/3 in on each end. So we've had to adjust the previous rough end to 4 light fixtures to make it all work.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Dagley, second by Commissioner Gore. Questions? Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-2.
Hey.
What you had something?
Well, no, I was gonna say this next item, it's a budget item. It should have been on consent, I believe, Judge.
Okay, discuss and consider approval of audio visual technology communications equipment purchase in the amount of $16,541.23 to CDWG for Chambers Parkway Soccer Complex.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so as Commissioner Dagley explained, this is a budget item. We have several line item allowances in the technology, audio, visual, and communications. We had $100,000. This will come out of that allowance amount and leave us $83,000 and change.
So moved, Judge.
Second. Commissioner Dagley, Mike, what's the expectation again on completion of the soccer fields? When will we get kids on it?
It's my understanding, talking to Randall and Mike's team, that we should plan on most likely having a opening, I'm gonna say October. And the soccer fields won't open up till 2027.
Because we're gonna let
Rough,
seeds set in.
growing period, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ryan. Commissioner.
Yeah.
All right, I got a motion by Commissioner Dagley, second by Commissioner Hammond. Other questions, comments? Those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Kevin.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Kevin and them are ready if you wanna get, if they can get that up.
Yeah, sure.
Are they out there?
Kevin?
Is Kevin out there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I think you have a citizen comment.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to give everybody an update with situation on Clark Construction. Clark Construction was able to come in and do 48.25 miles of seal coat on the county roads. It did take them 6 days. Only minor issues. We are going to go check out one of those minor issues after this court hearing today. Did have some learning issues. If we were to do it in the future, I would make sure that we incorporated social media so that the citizens got more of an advance warning sign. Very, very good overall first contract. Overall, the work looks good, the striping looks good, but just wanted to give an update on that.
Yeah, I wanted to give an update. We did 48 miles in 6 days. That's amazing that how much we did.
Crazy.
And that's a really, really good feat, and it's what we allocated those funds for. And I wanted Kevin to kind of brag on the contractor and the fact that we were able to accomplish that much volume in that little time. It's a big deal for us. So,
Yeah.
So Kevin, the work that you saw them do on Benmar, the little feedback I got back after you researched that, please share with the court. You think that had anything to do with Clark Construction, or do you know?
At this point, we're meeting with them on Benmar, and that's one of the areas that we're going to look out after we have a meeting with the contractor this morning.
Okay.
After court, so yes, I can come back and give you any feedback after we meet with him.
Anything worth that I need when I'm conveying with my citizens, that'd be appreciated. So
Sure.
we're on the same page. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Kevin.
thank you.
So, Kevin.
Yes.
One more question, if you don't mind. So the mediums, not the mediums, but they didn't chip seal all the way up to the edge of the road, the intersections?
Mm-hmm.
And then the one on, in Hancomer where they stopped like 300 foot short, did we go back and they chip seal those?
I don't think that they have gone back. I think that's one of the issues that we'll be looking at as well today.
Okay, so
That-
other
that-
center striping that they have not completed?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Kevin.
Alright, 10.1, discuss consider approving the purchase of 9 AEDs to equip the senior citizen transportation vans, amount of $21,753.
If Ryan's next door. But what this is.
Oh, Zapple, you coming? Go ahead.
I can elaborate a little bit on it. We have 6 vans. Commissioner Hammond has 2 or 3. Four. And what we're gonna do, we transport seniors, and some of them have health elements and stuff like this. It's beneficial for us to have these life-saving devices on these vans and our staff trained properly. So what we're gonna do is, I talked with Sarah Phelps in Ryan's office, and they're going to put on a class and train our personnel the proper procedure to use these life-saving devices.
Ryan?
So pursuant to that request, we got a quote together and wanted to see if the court wanted to allocate funds to go ahead and accomplish it now, or if we need to.
So we're gonna do
wait.
this, and they're also gonna take CPR training.
Yes, we've been providing CPR classes. In fact, they teach one tonight, and so we're going to accommodate that group whenever they need it done, and we'll get all the drivers trained up too.
What brand AEDs are these?
The Life Pack.
Life packs. They walk you through the steps.
Yes.
So it's just important to note. We say where they're going to get trained on,
Yes.
but they're made for somebody to bust a piece of glass or pull them out of a machine. And as soon as those paddles come out, and it literally walks you through how to do them. So
They're made for the layperson and
Yeah,
not
yeah.
someone who's in it.
So it's a
every day.
wonderful tool. I mean, I'm so moved.
They're gonna do that
Second, Your
type
Honor.
of training right during the same.
Who made
time
the motion?
as CPR.
I did.
Commissioner Davis.
Sorry, missed it.
Sorry, I got excited.
It's
By
okay.
Commissioner Dagley, second by Commissioner Tice.
You stole my motion.
You know how this is in my heart, so
Question.
Right.
no pun intended.
Sounded like fun. Those in favor? Opposed, motion carries. 10.2, discuss, consider commercial application in residential neighborhood 2522 Gray Gill in South Winds.
So this applicant came to the DRC recently, pursuant to the court's regulations and wishes. Since it's in a residential neighborhood, we did obtain a letter from the HOA company. As is common, it seems to be a company that manages it for them. A letter of no objection, essentially, from them. We wanted to confirm that no one in the neighborhood had objections to it, so that we wouldn't permit something to be placed there that violated some other rule. And they sent that. There's no objections. So as long as they meet all the other county regulations, we don't have any objections to it. We don't want to say this is approved, because we still have to verify that they're meeting other county regulations. It's more of the court doesn't object to this if the HOA doesn't object kind of a thing.
I'm just gonna go on the record and say that if we polled every single homeowner in the subdivision and every one of them unanimously said yes, then I would even consider this.
Right.
But the sample size is gonna be so small for this HOA, and to have a home, assisted living facility or a care facility in a subdivision, if I lived in that subdivision, I just would have a problem with it. You know?
Well, the court doesn't have to approve it today. They haven't met our regulations.
Yeah.
They don't want to meet our regulations. We already know that.
Yeah.
They are debating with us on that.
Can you speak to some of the problems we're having with this type of issue?
I sure can. So it's we were already having some problems. So we were having some issues last year. There was some legislation that applied to the 3.3 million larger counties, which affects our neighbors, that allowed the fire marshal's office a more strict regulation and to immediately shut things down. You know, normally there's a process. It cut a lot of that out because Harris County was having a big significant issue with these type of homes popping up here and there, and then there being problems. Okay, they're either deplorable conditions, unsafe conditions, unlicensed. So in the past year, we have discovered 2 of these in Chambers County, and neither of them, to our knowledge, were the people from Chambers County. They moved into the county, operated under the radar without a state license. One of them had 7 beds in there when we went there. And they know what they're doing because they'll try to backtrack and throw out the number
you know, the number 3, oh no, we're not required to be licensed. Well, the county's adopted codes regulates care facilities of any number. The state just requires a license from, under health and safety code if you have 4 or more people. So it's two separate things, but we're seeing people, sneak in here and do that, and then when 911 gets called for some type of an EMS problem, that's when we're discovering it's there. So far 2 of them have moved on after we served them notice, and I expect, and then we have a 3rd one, which is this one, that at least they're coming to us and asking us before they move in. But they're not wanting to follow the regulations, and they've got an attorney involved, so.
I'm with Commissioner
It's a-
Dagley on this.
Look, it's a lot cheaper for these providers to buy a house than it is to go buy a medical space or an assisted living facility or an apartment complex and convert it and operate it as such. So what they're doing is they're buying these homes and they're operating, I don't even know what the right term is, whether it's halfway house, drug rehabilitation, assisted living, there's
There's any
a whole
gamut
mixture.
of things,
It
care
is.
facilities, group living arrangements, congregate living arrangement, there's lots of definitions.
And you have no idea which category they're operating, so who's gonna be living in your subdivision?
Because they didn't get a permit.
And who's gonna be playing around the kids and the streets, and it's just,
That's what happened in our old days.
I don't,
I'm gonna second Commissioner Dagley's, deal to deny.
absolutely. That's fine.
Motion by Commissioner Dagley, second by Commissioner Gore. To deny.
That's a motion to deny.
Motion to
Commercial
deny.
application.
Yes.
Any other questions, comments? Those in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Thank you, Ryan.
You're welcome,
Ryan.
thank you.
Appreciate your work on it.
Hey, we're gonna keep trying.
Yes, sir.
14.1, discuss consider terms of county library system policy update concerning the library patron code of conduct. Counselor?
Yes, good morning again, Commissioners. This is just a updated policy. It's in response to allegations, since it's still, I think it's still being investigated, so just pertaining to allegations where contraband was found in one of the books that was returned. And I had proposed to Commissioner Gore that we needed to have a broader policy that not only protected the employees but also wasn't restricted to just a certain number of criminal offenses. It allowed for any kind of conduct that would be related to the criminal code or civil actions that would allow the patrons to be on notice that they would be charged for, there would be civil action against, so that if this happens again, we can move forward with it. We don't have to worry about it fitting into a certain kind of criminal offense.
They'd lose their library card, their access to the libraries or whatever, because what happened is we had a patron turn in a book, it had contraband in it. Had to call the sheriff department, do a report. They seized the book. I asked for the book to be destroyed because we did not know what anything may have been laced with. We did not want to take that chance of putting the book back in circulation. So it was not only a monetary cost to the book to be replaced, but it put our staff at risk and anybody else that may have come in contact with us here. So I approached Dwayne. We looked at the policy, it was not broad enough. So before we haven't taken any action against this patron. So Dwayne's coming up with a new procedure for us to follow moving forward. And it also engaged us to move some cameras around in our library in Winnie, which we're working with Derek's team and them to get that done, so we'll have better footage of patrons coming and going over there in case an incident like this happens. Motion for approval, Judge.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gore, second by Commissioner Hammond. Any questions? Those in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Thank you, Councilman.
Thank you.
All right, we are down to consent. I understand you want to pull the payroll changes, Mr. Hammond?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and there's a correction on one, Jessica Garza, Secretary 2 instead of Secretary 1, when we come back out. All right, we'll start with you then. You got besides pulling those?
Just a comment, 19-1, the district clerk monthly report wasn't uploaded, so it needs to be added to the agenda packet.
I emailed it to all
She,
this
yeah,
morning, but I'll
Lauren emailed it out to everybody, but it
get
wasn't
it
in
to
a,
the clerk's office too.
it needs to be in a packet.
Alright. 2, precinct 2.
Good.
1,
I'm good, Judge.
4.
I'm good, Judge.
Entertain a motion.
So move, Your Honor.
Motion by Commissioner Tyson, second by Commissioner
Who?
Gore. To approve all the consent items except for payroll changes, which will go to executive session. Those in favor? Opposed, motion carries. 11:06 a.m. We're going to executive session. Personnel issues, sale, purchase of real property, FMA extension request.
Judge, I have a item to discuss under discussing purchase of real property.
Okay.
Dwayne has a comment, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor, under the Texas Government's Code, there's a procedure that the court must follow, and making a determination, it has to be by unanimous vote that if this negotiation was discussed in open court, it would be detrimental to the court in negotiating with that third party. So the court is advised that there would need to be a vote taken to move it to executive session so that we can discuss the what would incorporate this real property discussion negotiations of the purchase as well.
So moved.
Second.
Alright, so what's the motion?
The
What he just
motion,
said?
the motion is to discuss the real property purchase with the council.
Yes.
Yes, the motion is to follow the code to discuss the negotiations in executive session due to the detrimental effect of it being discussed in open court.
Yeah.
Now, do we have to do that each court? Vote that?
If you're going
If
I'm
we're
sorry,
gonna
I'm
discuss
sorry, I
purchase
didn't mean to.
It's probably easier just for it to do it then.
Are we still in session?
Who made
Yeah.
the motion?
Yes, we're still in session.
Okay,
Who
sorry.
made the motion in second?
I
It
did.
was-
Me and Jimmy. I made the motion.
Dagley and Gore, correct?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, to discuss real property in executive session.
Thank you.
Yes, and the
Anything
memo,
else Dwayne said? You can give it him.
That's what I'm gonna say, Dwayne, I have down here, get with Dwayne.
That's the motion.
He'll email you.
Alright, got a motion and a second, those in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Now, anything else before we go to executive session?
Judge, I'd like to say something real quick,
Oh, yeah.
if you don't mind. The city of Cove is having a special election due to, the mayor's passing away. Early voting starts tomorrow, and the election day is on, August the 15th, which is a Saturday. The election will take place at the City of Cove building in Cove. So I just wanted to make that announcement, in public. Obviously, only the residents of the City of Cove can vote, but at least I wanted it out there that there is an election.
Can we get something to Samantha so she can push it out on social media?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
So do you have to go set up everything
Yes, sir.
to do all? Okay. Thought you did.
Just cheery.
No, they.
How many candidates, I mean, was there?
There's a mayor's position and an alderman's position.
Are they compensating us for the cost or?
Of course, absolutely. I don't do anything for free.
Alright, Dwayne, you had something?
Yeah, Your Honor, I just wanted to say that the memo that I provided the court via blind copy fulfills counsel's obligation to advise in writing on the property negotiation that we discussed before.
Okay, are you saying that we need to put that on the agenda so we vote on it each week, or what we did today is good, blanket?
When it concerns negotiations, then it needs to be voted on. But you don't have to have it in there every week, because you can discuss real property. I mean, that can be
Just the
discussed,
purchase and
but just if your negotiations that affect the third party, and that third party is not present, you need to make a determination that the reason why you're doing that is because it'll be detrimental to the county.
So you'll advise us each time we have to do that?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you.
Hey, man.
Thank you, D1.
Alright, now, 11:10 a.m., we're going to recess to executive session. Come to order after executive session is 12:18 PM. And just for the record, Jay's team won 3-0. Okay, so, oh. All right, we, action out of executive session, we need to go to payroll changes, 19.6.
Payroll changes approved as is.
Second.
With the, correction of Secretary 2 for Jessica Garza.
Yeah, job
Okay.
description correction.
Motion by Commissioner Hammond, second by Commissioner Gore. Any questions, comments? Those in favor? Opposed, motion carried, none further come before the court. We are adjourned at 12:19 PM. Good job.